Welcome back to another episode of Roll for Initiative Twilight Brigade. Alright, I've written down my intro for tonight.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, this is going to be like one of those, I'm reading from a module, and it's going to be terrifying.
Yep. Welcome back. It's been some time. For those of you that need a quick recap, let us begin. Our story takes place on the world Damodar, on the continent Fadir. On this continent are three adventurers brought together by the bands of fate. Ser Ridire, a paladin on a quest to spread as much good throughout the world as possible. Oliver Dunwald, a sorcerer cleric on a path of redemption. And Dall, a druid monk seeking answers for her power and to unlock her true self. Through their travels, they were enlisted by the moon goddess Saloon to help protect the land from an evil werewolf cult known as the Sanguine Saints. The party has taken on the name Twilight Brigade and eliminated two of the saints already. However, the remaining saints, in a dark pact with the goddess Shar, has blocked out the sun and turned the twin moons blood red. Now, the army of the night marches across Fadir in an attempt to convert or crush the non-Lycan population. The Twilight Brigade, after rescuing a city from the army of the night and getting revenge for Oliver, have found themselves in the town of Natho at his mother and sister's inn, the Dragon's Respite. And that is where we have left off and are picking up tonight.
Woot!
So, when we left off, the Dragon's Respite had been emptied out by Mary Dunwald, a large, muscular, barbarianish woman.
How tall is she?
She is about 6'2".
Haha, okay. I'm still taller. It's important to me.
And, I believe Oliver had revealed himself to his mother.
Ew.
Wow. Wow! He took his mask off.
Yeah, ew.
You!
Alright, fair enough. So nervous going into this after not DMing for a while, and within 2 minutes, y'all have made it so easy to get back into it. I love you all.
Hey.
You guys are the
Yeah,
best.
we love you too.
Okay, I hear children giggling, not crying. I thought I heard crying, so.
You might hear a tiny bit of Artie crying. He's being fussy in the other room, so.
Are you two alive and happy? Okay. They're alive and happy.
Good parenting. You alive? Alright.
I gave them dinner. They've been fed. They have more toys than they know what to do with. Alright. So, what do you all do?
Well, we're talking to his mom, right?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think we were.
I'm gonna let Oliver... I'm not gonna interfere with Oliver having a conversation with his mom.
Would you like to, I guess, catch up, and we can talk about what we've been doing and where I've been?
Yes, please, tell me everything. Where did you go? What happened to you?
I will just relay, I guess, the last, 2 years,
Okay.
basically.
Leaving anything out? Anything that you're kind of glossing over, or are you just putting it all out there?
I think I'll just put it all out there. I can't think of anything specifically right now that
Okay.
need to be secret.
Leave out all the sex stuff.
That didn't happen, so. I'm not a bard. And if I was, then I wouldn't leave it out.
That is fair.
Yeah, that's an accurate assessment of the situation. I don't like it. So, most of what you tell her, she just listens to, kind of, it's when you start to talk about Saloon and the moon that you see her start to bristle at the idea of the moon itself, but seeing as how you're working with the good one, she gets a little more comfortable. And then you start to talk about what happened the previous day, because even though it's been like a month for us,
basically just finished.
Yeah.
Entire war.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You just a couple hours ago killed Schlegel.
Well, like a day ago, because we had to stop.
Yeah, because we had to teleport to. Well, we teleported to hometown.
We teleported to Wygrove.
Yeah.
And then we flew, but we had to take a long
we-
rest because you didn't have enough spell slots to fly the whole way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a few days ago you killed Schlegel. At that point, you hear a loud cracking sound and the shattering of a glass as Mary has destroyed a mug of ale that she was holding. And says, but you got him, right?
We did.
Then it's over.
At least that part of the story. There are still more in charge, we believe, and this is within our aim to dispose of them as well.
And how do you plan to do that? We've been fending them off as they come and try and attack the city, but their numbers grow large every day.
I mean, we did just kill like 2,000 of them, so let's put a damper on them for a little bit at least.
They did have a major setback because of this last encounter with one of their major generals, leaders of sorts, being disposed of, and they had to retreat for what we know as first major retreat that they've had. We know generally where they are, where their home base might be, and our main goal is to look for. They're looking for items of significant power, as I have mentioned, and I believe our next ideas and how to stop them is to collect the other ones before they can.
Good. Well, how can we help?
It's a good.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Do you have questions for me? You have told me what you're up to, but you must have questions about
You seem
us?
to have. Well, I gathered what the obvious from visiting back home, but you have started an inn. It seems.
Yes, your father's... Oh, how do I put this nicely?
You don't have to put it nicely. I've talked to him.
Mary chimes in with, he wouldn't stop drinking, he wouldn't get off his ass. We couldn't stay mad at you. It wasn't your fault. We knew that. We needed to leave.
This is fair enough. Has the inn business been treating you well then? I assume it was rather busy when we came in.
Been good so far, other than the occasional werewolf attack that has caused us to have to protect our new home.
From the sound of it, forgive us, we did spy in a little bit. Just to make sure you were alright. You very capable still?
Well, the bar business doesn't always pay the bills, but going on the occasional guided party to would-be adventurers has helped supplement some of the income.
If I may, how frequently have these werewolves and cultists been attacking?
There was a point about a week ago where it was almost a daily occurrence. Probably the army that you defeated was... Hold on one second. So
it ended on...
Yeah,
on me.
A few weeks ago, about this point, probably three weeks ago, it was every day, every other day, and it trickled off from there after a while, and now it's once a week or so. They try and throw their weight around.
Well, that's probably because the bulk of the werewolves were over in Belfie, and we dispatched of them pretty quickly.
That's true.
I mean, if you can call 2 days of constant battle quick.
Well, for how many there were, I'd say that's pretty quick.
That's a fair assessment.
And this all took place in Belfie, right?
Yes.
Aye.
Okay, that would have had them turning eastward. I will tell you that the whole force did not go east. That there were quite a few that continued northward.
Perhaps they went to meet with this Lady Ahmed.
That would be my guess.
We've heard. I mean, trade has kind of stopped and slowed down from the north area. We're not hearing from those cities as much.
I
Well,
believe that there is a rather high socially ranking individual who has one of these items that we seek, who is allied herself with these people.
Well, that would unfortunately make a lot of sense. Back in the day, the sentiments of the Empire were not always so kind in the northern regions. So, at least not in the northwest, or not northwest, northeast. They were... There are those that would cling to any newcomer with power.
We did learn a little bit, and we learned that she is not the biggest fan of the king and queen. So that would be probably a reason for that.
well, we know she's having a big old get-together soon. Maybe we should party crash.
Oh, we could try to cook for them.
Ooh.
It works once.
It did work once. It probably would work again. That's...
I mean, I can be very persuasive.
Does anybody remember our names?
I believe... Checking my notes, I have it here. I know I have it here.
Because I didn't write that down.
I didn't either.
I was like, I can always go back and watch it to remember. But I just...
Why would we need to use this? Let's use different names.
Oh, I'm Alira von Gruff, apparently. I didn't know how many names.
I definitely wrote it down.
I would just say we go new identities if we're gonna do that.
I think I was Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Yep, I was Jeff Bridges.
And I was Alira von Gruff, apparently.
I do not know what I was. Because I know for a fact I did not write that down.
You were Fred Rogers.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm just making that up. I don't think you were Fred Rogers, but you could be this time.
I think,
Frederick Rogers.
I think I'll be David Hasselhoff.
Oh, that's got a bit of a musical ring to it.
Yeah.
I like it.
But that's potentially where we are headed next.
Okay.
I think that would be a good place.
I think we need
be our
to.
biggest lead.
Yeah, I think we need to investigate what's going on. Try and put a stamp to it.
We have to find
Nice.
her and get the, I believe, either sword or dagger from her. And we have to find somebody by the name of Habrick. Tentatively Habrick Felicia. And then from there it is just Haddonfield.
And that's where they're coming from? Haddonfield?
Best as we can tell, yes.
That seems to be their base of operations.
That's a little too close for comfort.
It is rather close. We seem to have accidentally stumbled upon it.
The city of Haddonfield was lost. How did you know where it was? You got some secrets. I like you.
So at this point, I wish I had pocket sand.
Wait, are you saying that, or is she saying that?
I'm saying that
Oh, why?
because I forget that its location is a giant secret.
Because Zero just caught him in a plot hole.
Oh,
Or just made new lore.
Or just Oliver's mom is even more badass and she knew where it was and just kept the secret. She was an adventurer, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's an elf, so she could be pretty freaking old. So she,
I mean, she does look like an older-ish elf, so she's been around for a bit.
yeah, she looks like an older elf, so she's like 28.
Oh, okay. Building lore. Yep. We're good.
She probably looks just a couple years older than Oliver.
Okay.
The name of the inn is very fitting, almost ironically. I mean, I know I didn't have contact with you afterwards, so it just seems most interesting that. I mean, I've kind of through my own research figured out that somewhere dragon-related something, but
Yeah. Speaking of which, whose ancestor was it that was very brave with the dragon?
Jane
Yours.
slowly raises her hand.
it is
It. All right. It's. You deserve to know the truth.
Oh, truth time.
The farm was not always our source of income. We made a go of it after adventuring and trying to settle down. Wanted to start a family. Had a few kids. but it became harder and harder to feed all of everyone, especially with some having a more voracious appetite than others. She just looks over at Mary. So, unbeknownst to your father, I found ways to make money.
I did not know this either. I'm sorry. I did not mean to bring up something.
It was my choice. It kept the family afloat. Unfortunately, one day, a very disgusting individual came knocking on the tavern door. Said he wanted my services. I refused at first. He had this long, black, greasy hair. Smelled horrible. No, I didn't need that. Unfortunately, he didn't want to take no for an answer, and threatened to burn the farm down and the rest of the village. And that's when he flashed his eyes. They shifted to reptilian. Yeah, shut up. Doing my best here.
So when you said services, you didn't mean fighting things then?
No, the adventuring days were behind us.
Oh.
At the time.
That means two things.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to cook for that guy either.
And
Yep, that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
forgive. She was a child, still child. Long story.
You covered the
we did, didn't we?
rapid aging.
Yes. Did he give a name? Did you know find the name?
Yes, he told me that I would always remember Basu.
I've read about him.
You did.
So is Oliver a half dragon? And his dad's not his real dad? Oh my gosh, we have more in common than I thought.
Wait, so that's why Oliver's dad hates him.
His father always had some ideas, but when I got pregnant with Oliver, that kind of sealed the idea.
I had no idea your draconic ancestor was like so recent. Honestly, I'm impressed. You go, girl.
I am amazed at how much more closely Oliver's history lines up with mine. This is eerily similar.
And, Oliver, you have, in some of your readings on dragons, you've heard of a red dragon named Basu the Sinister in the mountains.
Yeah. Do you have
But
that?
then how would he be a black dragon?
Yeah, how is he acidic if it's a red dragon?
The world can wait. We have to go to the mountains, I think.
Dragons find a way.
but here's the thing, right? No, seriously, I think we could go on this little diversion because, honestly, they're trying to find all of like Char's little knickknacks, and we have like most of them by now. So the fact that like the sky is how it is, it makes no difference to me. So I think it's fine. They're not going to get what they want. It will be okay.
Except for the fact that they're going to continue slaughtering people.
Well, there is that. You're right. You know, when you put it that way, go back to the Feywild.
Do we know, like, specifically if this, like, state of the sky, like, makes them stronger? Have we, like, read that or implied
I think
that?
it just keeps them in their lichen form. Although they can change at will, because they're, But it allows, like, their vampire allies and stuff to be outside without any harm.
That's mostly what you've noticed. You haven't had a lot of dealings with vampires, or werewolves, I mean, other than the one. But from what you've researched and the little experience you've had, they're not stronger, per se. Some are. You've definitely fought variants that are stronger in the pack. But,
some of them are...
But not like... Not to a higher degree. It's mostly the fact that vampires can roam free. Ghouls and zombies are more prevalent. There's more bad stuff. They're not necessarily stronger baddies.
They lose a lot of their limitations and their weaknesses are not present.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's some ritual somewhere to keep it like this, or something. So if it's just like an astrological thing, it would probably pass in time.
It definitely is not natural, and the fact that Saloon has told you her daughters have gone blind, and she can't find them.
So something somewhere is keeping...
I'm sure the Cardinal in Haddonfield is probably, if not doing it himself, is overseeing some sort of ritual or something that's probably keeping this happening.
So we should go to Lady Zamed, Cardinal Door.
I think, honestly, I think we need to deal with Lady Zamed, because then if we can stop her from helping them, that will weaken them in the north. And it will significantly lower their area of operations. Will essentially kind of be pushing them back down towards their headquarters. Unless you want to go straight for Haddonfield. Cut off the head of the snake.
What I'd like to do is go get our little teleporting friend, and we'll kidnap Lady Zamed and drop her off in the middle of the ocean, and we'll all come back.
That's a little dark. You feeling okay, Talamh?
About that. I don't know if this is the time or the place to discuss it.
Well, we're kind of learning everything about everyone at the moment, so maybe it is.
Fine, I'll come out with that. Guys, you might want to be sitting down for this.
Neither of us move.
Right, well. So, I have been dealing with a bit of an identity crisis because I don't think the friend here that you see before you is the same as the friend you started adventuring with.
Well, I mean, to be fair, are any of us the exact same as we were when we started? Or...
No, I mean, I don't think there is a Talamh anymore. and I didn't think there is the spirit anymore. I'm like somebody new.
Sorry, I keep going.
Really been freaking me out because I've got like 2 sets of like parallel memories up until, well, the Feywild. And then now we're all combined. So yeah, that's I'm not Dall. I didn't think. It's very confusing.
Well, some of these things do take time to figure out, and what is a better way to figure out exactly who you are than in the heat of battle, killing countless monstrosities?
Well, we have done that.
Ridire's just gonna walk over and he's gonna pull her into a hug.
Aw. So
I'm
we're
not gonna
still
say anything. Just gonna hug her.
So we're still friends. Oh.
Well, I mean, we've been. You mean, as far as.
And then Ridire's gonna grab Oliver and pull him into the hug.
Okay.
I just love you guys so much.
So you can still call me Talamh if you want to, because that's what you're used to doing. But I've got a new name for myself.
Well then, I want you to be you. So who do you want to be?
Well, it's gonna sound kind of silly. Ross Ryan, god damn it.
I want to know.
God, Ross.
I'm not looking at the.
She's possessed. Kill the witch.
But so being that I'm like basically the complete merging of Talamh and the spirit that Talamh gave the name Kodama to, I'm gonna go by Taldama.
Taldama. Seems fitting to me.
I don't think it will be too hard to switch up. This is what you're comfortable with.
Just forgive an old man if he slips up now and again.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. My face goes completely white and featureless. And then comes back. Yeah, that's a thing I can do now.
It's spooky. I like it.
It's good for freaking out the werewolves.
It's true.
All of this like reveal stuff about each other that's going on, and unintentionally all of our characters have so much stuff that we share in common.
We're all like 2 halves of something.
Yeah.
Yep.
And none of you planned it. It's hard to say.
Ridire's backstory is so similar to Oliver's. Like his dad hated him because it wasn't his dad, and like, oh my gosh.
So, well, you guys have just had a moment as a party. So, what do you want to do?
Well, I think we should rest here for the night and then probably try and find a way to get up north to what's going on there. I want to scry on Lady Zamed.
Okay.
I don't have any items of hers. I have no familiarity with her. So it's probably not going to succeed. But I guess I could try on Acolyte again. That might give us more information.
Yeah, did she go to Haddonfield or is she over?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, I'm going to scry on Acolyte instead.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to keep tabs.
Alright, so...
We established before that
Wisdom
with the
saving
knife,
throw.
We established that as long as I have the knife to use, she can't succeed.
That's right. That's
The
right.
best she can do is tie. Yeah.
Unless she's now level 21.
Unless she leveled up and has a better bonus to it now. Yeah.
I pull out the dagger and give it to Ridire.
And I'll lotus position and.
Okay. So, familiar effect at this point for you. Your Google Earth zoom out to see the whole continent before you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a couple of days now. So you see clearly the mountain range that you are to the west of. And as your vision zooms in, it actually goes to the other side of the mountain range.
Okay.
And you zoom in and zoom in, and let's see. It is probably about, I believe we had said it was about midday when you had arrived.
Yeah, something like that.
And
it's
so
a
at
couple hours.
this point, it's probably probably fairly late. Just the conversation of, like, the past 2 years took a while. You guys have had dinner at this point. Like, Mary, during all of this, has kept herself busy by making food, serving you guys drinks. Every now and then a member of the Fated Few, like, pops their head in the door and is like, can we go up to our room at least? And they're shushed. Mary just kicks them out and says, come back later. So yeah, it's fairly late in the evening, and you zoom in to see a red-headed little girl standing over a couple of bodies, an elderly man and woman next to a cart. And it's the transformed version of Acolyte. And she's just happily stabbing away.
How old is she?
She looks about 13.
That's kind of what I guessed. Ugh.
Just humming a little song. Well, the whole time you watch, she's just humming a little song. Just
10 minutes of her stabbing these dead bodies.
Yeah, she'll, like, plunge the knife in, take it out, look at it, flap their arms around a little bit, go over to the other one, just start stabbing at it. Every now and then she looks up and she looks over, she looks north, and her eye just kind of twitches a little bit.
Guys, I don't want to kill a little girl.
That's fine, you didn't have to.
Alright. At least I know now that Ridire probably never could have gone down a dark path, because he would not have been able to kill a little girl.
So, what did I miss that was super important about Acolyte?
Nothing. She's just stabbing dead bodies to the south of Filthy, so she went south.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll me a insight check there, Ridire.
Oh, I can do that. Insight is right. Where is insight? There it is. That's a 19.
Okay. You get the sense that after the battle was pretty much done for, some of this you know, some of it you don't know, but I'm going to try and take some advice from Brennan Lee Mulligan. And just do this because it was Aubrey, yeah. Who's the other DM for Critical Role?
Aubriana.
Yeah. So, by the way, non sequitur, but they have a conversation where it's her, Brennan, and Matt Mercer.
That's a very good one.
It is so good.
Brennan's rant about DM snacks.
Yes!
It's so great.
So, what you didn't see, I'm just going to steal their thing, and what you kind of can glean from the context clues that you can see in the scry, she transformed, played as a helpless little girl, got picked up by this couple in a cart who took her closer to her destination, and when she got tired of them talking and existing, she took out her rage from you guys, stopping her once again on them.
She's like Babette in Skyrim. Little vampire girl in the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Alright. Well, at least we know. So she's probably heading back to Haddonfield then. Would be my assumption.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to cause problems on her own, but she's not a threat to the whole world as a whole by herself. But we have no way of really getting to her and stopping her from murdering other people, unfortunately. Hey, does Oliver's mom, what's her name again? Jane, does she know any Teleportation Circle codes from her time as an adventurer?
Ooh. Roll me a... I'm gonna have Oliver do this. Oliver, roll me a D100. Unfortunately, if she did, it's been far too long since she would have used one.
It was worth a try. Yeah, so we have no way of really getting south, apart from maybe Talamh could use move through plants to get us back down to whatever the town was down there that we were in, or to Haddonfield itself.
So however we went walking from Haddonfield towards Oliver's town, we could go anywhere along there.
Yeah, well, because we went south to the one place and then back up north to Wygrove, so...
Where did we go south to?
I don't remember what the name of the city was, but it was this one down here.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, because Haddonfield is roughly somewhere up in here, and we left the mountains to here, and then decided to go here, and then we went back up to there.
Ah, yes.
And then we went there, and then we went there, and then we went there.
Well, we went here, and then we flew here.
And then we went there, and then flew there. Yep, yeah. Lots of teleportation and flying. A lot of cross-country.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to teleport pretty close to where we think she is, or where you saw her on your little Google
she's like
map.
over here, so she's pretty far away from...
So we're going to have to fly to where we think she's going, and then we'll just, cowabunga drop on top of her.
Well, the problem is she's probably heading towards Haddonfield, which means by the time we're able to intercept her, she's probably going to be there with their whole force that is occupying it, which was quite large. I mean, we're more powerful than we were when we fought them last time, but it was still kind of a rough fight, and there was only the few on the edge, I think, that we encountered, so...
You got the sense that you were dealing with those that were not allowed in the main
citadel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I doubt it's a 2,000 strong army. I mean, it could be, but there's still probably at least hundreds of them there, and it very well could be another similarly sized army there. So I don't want to just charge right in there without
Ah, that's true.
tiny bit more recon. So actually, maybe we should let her get to Haddonfield, because I can scry on her easily, and we'll be able to see what's going on there.
Yeah.
It's actually more advantageous to us from a knowledge standpoint. I mean, it's unfortunate that it might cost the lives of a couple more people that she encounters, but it's unlikely we'd be able to get to her before she does that anyways.
It's for the greater good.
Ugh. I hate making these decisions. All right, I guess we need to travel north.
All right, travel north and let's kill ourselves a ladies on
We could go back to the capital, see if the king and queen can help us in that respect.
We could just go back to Filthy because the army's still there.
That's true.
That's true as well. I don't know if we want to march up with the whole army because she hasn't officially declared her allegiance with them yet.
No, but we'll apprise them of what's going on. Like, we could tell them where Haddonfield is and what's
we already
going on
did. We already
there.
told the king and queen that.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
We did.
Yeah,
So
we
they should
informed
know
them about
everything.
that. And it's possible that they were going to send an expeditionary force to kind of try and corral in, or just kind of, I don't know if they did, but we had discussed it, that maybe they should send a small force down there just to kind of keep them from leaving the mountains.
Okay, well, then we can tell, we could tell the army that if we need their help where we're going, the moon's going to have a bit of a happy face on it. Boop, boop, ba-doop.
You punched a hole in the moon for me. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to do that, or do we want to just move straight north? In any case, I need to make friendship bracelets for us all first. That needs to happen. Jane, is there a good blacksmith in town that could help me craft something out of platinum?
Well, platinum?
Yes. Very specifically needs to be I can provide the platinum, but it very specifically needs to be made out of platinum.
I took my cursor off Snap, though. There it is. I mean, Kenbald is the local blacksmith. He does a decent job. I mean, he's not, capital quality, major city quality, but he does he'll get the job done, I'm sure.
I think we need to stay here for the day, and reprovision, resupply, and then we can fully decide exactly where to go tomorrow.
Right then.
Cool. I'm gonna go find the blacksmith. If he's still working, it is rather late.
I'm gonna go find the fated few.
Okay. Somebody roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
I did the
I'm
last one.
not in the thing. Oh, there it is.
76.
76. The Silver
Soldier
Bow.
76.
That's the name of the,
Cool. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith. Silver bow.
I know how the alphabet works. There we go. Okay. So Ridire's will probably be easiest, so we'll do that one first. Yeah, you make your way to the Silver Bow. It's getting late, but you can still see a fire burning on inside. And which you gathered the name Kenbald is working. Got a couple of kids running around helping out. And as you approach, what can I do for you?
Hello, I need to commission the creation of some bracelets.
Bracelets, huh? That's not gonna lie. That unusual request. I mean, yeah, I guess I could do that. Why?
They're a component to a piece of protective magic for me and my friends.
That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah. What material do you need them out of?
They need to be made out of platinum. The spell says they need to be worth 50 gold pieces each. But that's rings. So these will probably be a little bit bigger, being bracelets.
All right. Well, you give me, we'll say 75 gold per, and I'll use what I need to out of the platinum to make a band, and I'll keep the rest.
Yeah, that seems perfectly fair.
One of the little kids runs up to you and just, I like bracelets.
Can you make him or her? Is it a girl or a boy?
Honestly, under the amount of soot and, like, blacksmith grime,
Okay.
you don't know.
Can you make this one a nice little copy, the replica, as well? I'll throw in a few extra coins for that.
You got it.
Okay. All right. So, what should I just throw an extra 5 gold or something? Because it doesn't have to be. It can be silver or something. It doesn't have to be in full.
Yeah, throw in an extra 5 gold.
Okay, so 75, 150, 225, 230. 230 gold or 23 platinum.
Excellent. I will have that done by midday tomorrow.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
Pleasure to do business.
Yes.
All right.
That is super good. Yeah.
I'm terrified of what you're making.
I will have given him, because I want them to be like friendship bracelets. So I'll spend some time with him going over like the specs, so that they're just nice little, like they say, like friends forever on them. You know, like real cheesy middle school shit.
Are you gonna make Talamh's with like the raised lettering that her
Yes, Talamh's explicitly has. Bigger. I'll even throw a little bit extra coinage in there to make hers have like the raised braille stuff so she can read it.
You do not have to pay extra for inclusivity.
Cool. Yay! That's a really good idea. Yeah, no, these will allow me to cast. So you need a pair of them for the spell, but if I give one to each of us, then I can cast it on whoever of us needs it the most. It's warding bond. So whichever one of you I cast it on, it lasts an hour. And as long as you stay within 60 feet of me, you gain a +1 bonus to AC and all saving throws, resistance to all damage, and then anytime you take damage, I take the same amount. So you have resistance to damage, but then I also take half of what you take after the resistance. So we essentially both take quarter damage of whatever effect hits you. So.
That's
good way
nice.
I can protect one of you guys, one or the other of you, if need be. So,
such a tank spell.
Well, and it's a cleric spell, but Redemption Paladins get it. So,
what's this spell called?
Warding Bond.
Ooh,
it's really awesome. It's a really good protector spell that I just haven't gotten the platinum rings to use. Until now, I was like, this. I can protect Oliver more. Because one more AC for Oliver brings all of us. I mean, he's already tanky, and that brings him up even just resistance to damage and +1 AC makes all of us so tanky if I have that on Oliver. So
What happens?
And it means
if
you won't
two
have to,
warding
like-
bonds go on one person. Like if you warding bond me and then I warding bond you. What happens?
don't think the effects would stack, but maybe it would have to have separate rings or bracelets. You'd have to make your own for the spell at the very least. I would at least say that would have to happen if they were to stack. But then we'd be sharing all damage both of us took, but with resistance, and then the +1 AC. I don't see why you couldn't do that, as long as each person you couldn't have the same person cast it twice. It's not concentration. Honestly, I don't see why we couldn't. You would just probably have to get your own set of rings.
Yeah, so next time we level up,
set.
next time we level up, potentially.
Yeah.
I get second level cleric spells, my next cleric level.
That would be amazing.
I roll me an Arcana check, you two.
This is the time.
13.
Okay, roll 20. You know what you need to do. You can't defeat me, Kaiba. I have the heart of the cards. That's
We both have 13s.
The fact that it matched. Alright, so Ridire gets back to the Dragon's Respite and informs you of what his idea is, and the two of you just start talking about this back and forth. And you come to the conclusion that it may work, but there's about a 5% possibility that it causes an infinite loop of damage sharing that then explodes.
Suicide pact.
Alternative case, I cast it on you, you cast it on Talamh.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm taking damage for both of you, and you're both
Huh.
We split the damage. It's a pool of health instead of
Yeah.
each
Oh my
individual
gosh.
health.
Wait, so does that mean you guys all get my Armor of Earth health added in there too?
No. That would just be the part that you take would come out of your Armor of Earth instead of your normal hit points. So
Which would then be halved to
Yeah.
Oliver, which would then be
Yeah.
halved to Ridire.
Well, so if we were having this, for example, so if I cast it on Oliver and then Oliver cast it on Talamh, and then you took 10 damage, you have resistance, so you take 5 damage, and then Oliver takes half of that for you, so he takes 2.5 damage, or well, maybe we'd round it up, whatever. Let's round it up to 3. So you would take 3, he would take 3, but then I would take half of that. Unless the resistance stacks again. Would the resistance stack again?
Oh,
So then he has the resistance to that, so he takes 2, but then I take half of that, so then I take 1, and he takes 1, and Dall takes 3. From the original 10, gets cut down to 5, but spread across all 3 of us.
you guys want to hear something else ridiculous?
What?
I found an amazing transportation spell.
Oh,
It's called Wind Walk.
okay.
You and up to 10 willing creatures you can see within range assume a gaseous form.
Yep.
And you have a flying speed of 300 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And this lasts for 8 hours.
Holy crap.
Talamh, you exit the tavern, and they're sitting around on the porch. There's a little like seating area. Think of like a Cracker Barrel with the chest, the giant checkerboard and everything.
Oh gosh.
Man, I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in like 10 years.
God, they call it Cracker Barrel because it's full of white people.
There's only a very specific demographic that I could use that as an example of, but at least 2 of you got that instantly.
Oh, yeah. My parents love Cracker Barrel because they're basic white people.
God, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, I like Cracker Barrel, but like, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, let's go to Cracker Barrel.
I couldn't tell you one thing about the food. I just remember the giant checkerboard and the little triangle game with the pegs.
Yeah,
I like their cheesy grits.
It's pretty typical diner food, I think.
Yeah.
So,
and they've got a general store in the front.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So there's your aesthetic, and the Fated Few are just hanging out around the around that area, just kind of killing time. Jesper, the Tabaxi monk, is laying down, just looking as bored as can be. Heidi, the cleric, is just twirling her mace in her hand. And Mordai, the tiefling bard, is just strumming a little tune.
Yeah, so I walk up to them. Holy moly. I heard your song.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, it was about me, so I loved it.
Well, I mean, is there a better subject to sing about?
You know, I don't know. I don't think there is.
Remind me. Did they know you as young Talamh, or did they know you as...
It was adult.
I was an adult by then.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, you know, I told you I would write a song about you. What else was I gonna do?
Now we have to tell them the next chapter of the ballad.
Well, so, would you like to be able to write a second part to your song?
Sequel? Yes!
I regale them with the Battle of Bilfi.
And they take, well, yeah, Mordai, they take extensive notes.
I'm imagining the way that the Talamh is telling the battle is, rather than us like just on the walls holding them off, it's like one of those, what are they called? The big hack and slash games where you're running through with like the giant sword and like killing like 18 dudes in a swing, like Hyrule Warriors, but it's based on those other ones that are like samurai games.
Yeah,
I can't remember what they're called all of a sudden off the top of my head. I've never played.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like that's the way you're describing it. It's just us like carving through swathes of werewolves.
And like I'm standing on the backs of 2 giant badgers, just like flinging rocks at people and shoving them back, like Sauron with his mace.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's so over the top.
You're talking about like Dynasty Warriors?
Dynasty Warriors, thank you.
Dynasty Warriors. That is the one. Thank you.
That was gonna bug me so bad.
Yep. I've never played them because I'm pretty sure they're on PlayStation.
Yeah,
but,
they're...
Fire Warriors is a bop.
Yeah, I want to get it eventually.
I like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition more than I like Calamity. I think Calamity was okay. I think the original is just the best. So
nice.
I think it should be canon because then it explains the convergence. But anyways, that's a completely different IP. Let's keep going.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So you retell the story and they take lots of notes. You can you watch as they go through the creative process of like every now and then there's a line that you say and they take it verbatim.
Like telling the soldiers that they can't die till they have my permission.
Yes.
Only then do you have my permission to die.
Oh, once the very last werewolf has been slain, only then will you have my permission to die.
Cool.
Yeah, I do the whole, like, dust clouds as, like, little holograms of the battle action.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, watch this one be terrible now.
Oh, wait, assistance, because Ridire's going to show up partway through after going to the blacksmith and help tell the story.
Yeah. Go for it. Advantage. 24!
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Mordai is once again just completely enthralled in your story, and well, I rolled with advantage.
I like that die.
20?
Nat 20 on his future performance.
Ooh, boy. So you've been charging people for your performances yet?
If Ser Ridire got turned into a cat.
I'm like, does your cat have the helmet on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
He is not happy about it.
He is not okay with that.
Sorry, bud.
Are those swim trunks?
What? No, they're just shorts.
Oh.
It's very hot right now. And I can't turn the fan on because then it'll be a big buzzing noise more than what my air conditioner already does for the microphone, so.
Okay.
So, he answered, no, not been charging yet, just, using it to get a free meal and a free place to stay, but we're getting the message out there.
Well, I hope you can start charging soon.
Well,
It's a pretty good story.
you keep giving us, inspiration, and we're going to.
I bet, yep. You're just gonna go out and tell the story and you'll be belting out bars of bardic inspiration.
Gaining bardic inspiration from Talamh and passing it along to the patrons of the bars. Muse Dama.
Oh, do you guys want to see something really cool?
Yes.
Check this out. I just figured out how to control it. I go, and my face is like completely white and blank.
A little on the unsettling side,
But it's so cool, right?
but it's very cool.
Oh, I especially tell them about Ridire clanking the one guy on the back repeatedly. Well, them clanking each other's armor.
Oh, the guy that was trying to out-tough me.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, with that, the evening comes to a bit of a close. The fated few are finally able to get into the Dragon's Respite to get to their rooms for the night. You all are given rooms for the night. Anything else you want to do before wrapping up this evening?
There's something I want to do, but it wouldn't fit for Ridire, so no.
Oh, he wants to hit on Jane.
If I was playing any other character. But Ridire, don't be like that.
That's your mom, dude.
Shut up, man.
Like, you just hear like a...
Remember when I asked her to the prom?
You hear the world's loudest, like, Holy shite! Coming from Taldama's room as she realizes the services that Jane was providing.
I'm just imagining one of those like terrible like 80s comedies where it's like Oliver's talking to his mom and she's like, well, I've met someone, and then just like Ridire's like, how's it going, bud? Looks like I'm your new stepdad.
Oh my god. Wow.
But Ridire's not like that, so if we do our Marvel What If series, maybe.
No, I really wish that Ridire was like that sometimes.
Oh, I'm so thankful he's not. Oliver, anything you want to do before the night wraps up?
I will spend the evening hanging out with my family.
Okay. It's a happy reunion, if not a little bit awkward at times, and full of getting to know a little bit more about your mom and your sister, more than you had previously. Some family secrets are revealed. You learn more about... roll me a history check.
History, I bet those 10.
10? Yeah, not bad. You learned that Basu, cause throughout the conversation, it kind of keeps leaning towards that, because that's obviously going to be on your mind a bit. And you learn that, confirming the rumors and stuff that you've heard, that there's a dragon that lives in the mountains, reported to be a red dragon, that kind of the cities around the mountain provide material for. They bring gold, they bring offerings, and sightings are actually fairly rare, but that's mostly because the cities tend to keep up with their
Tribute.
Thank you. Specifically, it is Gorkil that is known to do most of the tributes and offerings, leaving them.
I mean, it's kind of on the way. Maybe we could investigate that a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let Oliver meet his dad.
Hey.
Whatever that. New characters. Uh-oh.
We're level 13. We can handle a dragon. And he's your dad. He's not going to kill you.
Yeah, it depends on what type. It's also a dragon. A black dragon. Or red dragon. We don't really know what the deal is. Either way, that's not good.
It's not, yeah, and it's a chromatic, not metallic dragon. So.
It's fine. I've befriended a chromatic dragon before.
We don't talk about that.
I do. Alright, so I fast forward till the next afternoon because I got to get my bracelets.
Yep, you get your bracelets. He actually gives you 5 platinum back for being nice to his kid.
Oh, dude. I will refuse it.
Okay.
I don't need. Thank you. I very much appreciate the gesture, but you can keep it. Make something nice for them.
I am very rich.
What am I going to do with 5 platinum?
It's only 5.
It's only... My good sir, it's only 5.
So, what do you guys do? It is the next day. The sun is not up. There's no sun. It's more crimson sky and bleakness.
I think we head north. I think we need to head north.
Are we heading out?
Yeah,
Unless you want to stick around longer. I mean, is there any other supplies we need to stock up on?
I mean, I'd like to pick up some spices for my kitchen.
Yeah,
Other
I
than
mean,
that,
we kind of typically hand wave the kind of food stuff most of the time, though.
I think I have.
I'm pretty set on my gear, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Does anyone in town sell healing potions?
oh, healing potions.
Does Jane have any that they can part with?
They do. She goes behind the counter and brings up 4 healing potions. Just your standard, but
that's fine though. They're useful. Do we want to split those between us, or who wants them?
I already have a greater.
Okay, I'd like at least 2 of them, if that's okay.
Fine by me. I can also heal now myself. So.
Yeah, I mean, so can I, but it's nice to have the potions so we don't have to waste spells and things for it, you know? Talamh, do you need any?
I'm holding on to 2 healing potions.
Okay. Anyone opposed with me just taking all 4?
Nope.
Okay.
Hang on to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll use them for you guys if need be, but that'll help me not have to necessarily use lay on hands if I just need a small bit of healing or something. Cool. Come in handy, possibly.
And I'm going to, just to pass the time, reach into the gray bag of tricks.
Oh.
Okay.
Ferret. That's like a dire wolf or something, I think.
It's the gray bag of tricks, and what do we get on a 7 is a dire wolf.
Mary walks around the corner and sees a wolf and instantly goes into a rage.
It's fine, it's fine.
We don't need more wet fur in this bar.
Charles, go outside, please. I've called it Charles.
This spiritual wolf that's going to exist for 24 hours has been given the name Charles. That also won't be able to go with us because we're going to fly again, and so it won't be able to keep up.
Aww. I didn't even think about that.
Because we don't have to fly, but it behooves us to make the best time we can. So
I would tell Charles, all right, we're gonna go flying, but if you see any werewolves, feel free to attack them.
Just gives you a little dog head nod.
Problem is, werewolves. Wait, but technically werewolves can't hurt each other.
Rules is written, yeah.
That's weird.
Because they don't deal magical damage.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing it like the Blood Hunter one, because the Blood Hunters can. Like
yeah.
Eventually they get their claws are magical.
Well, and I would assume that within the Sanguine Saints, there are some of them, the high-ranking ones, that probably deal magical damage.
Yeah,
so they could hurt their subordinates, but...
Cardinal Dorn is, like, just painting his nails purple. Or painting them silver.
He's like the...
that would hurt him.
He's like Sigourney Weaver in Holes. The Venom
nail
polish.
Yeah. Oh, good reference. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Like he puts on a protective clear coat, and then he puts silver on.
Makes sense.
Like he's very fastidious about his,
a clear coat, and then he bedazzles them.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone in town sell silver nitrate and syringes?
Oh gosh,
no. I can say clearly no.
How about just the silver nitrate?
We're gonna go with no.
Hey, Artie, can you smile for everybody?
Oh, happy baby. All right. So, materials gathered. What is your plan?
North to Gorkil first, I think.
I think so.
That's the major city, and then we can branch off to
Mhm.
Lady Zamed's lands from there.
Yep. Before we leave, I'm going to place, without them necessarily knowing, but in the place that they've been collecting money from sales and stuff like that, I am going to leave 50 platinum.
Okay.
Oh. Hey,
So,
Bearded Weird must be watching.
50 gold in the,
Platinum.
or 50 platinum hidden in the coffers, and you guys are free to travel to Gorkil any way you want.
Okay, I'm gonna call my Pegasus back because he's just been roaming around the
We're gonna
countryside.
do the polymorph thing again.
I think that's the best option,
Cool.
unless we want to go a little bit slower and just get a horse and go on land. I mean, it's still faster than we can walk.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we're good.
Because we haven't been there before, so we can't use transport via plants. But we will be able to after the fact. So it's like if we can fly and teleportation circle to new locations, then that opens them up to us for the transport via plants. So
I can do that 7 hours.
So that's basically a full day's travel, pretty much.
Mhm. That'll get you there, for sure.
Especially being that as fast as we are, it's triple our normal speed.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to make the journey in probably arriving about midnight, maybe a
fine.
little less, but that's just because of how late it is in the day.
We're starting late because I had to wait for the bracelets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I present the. I'll wait till Curiosity's back.
Yeah.
Baby is upside down.
Oh! Any questions about your research or anything there, Oliver?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, before we leave,
Yes.
can I say this has taken place in the morning?
Yes.
I would like to teach Jane and Mary how to make initiative rolls.
Ah! Roll a cooking check.
All right. Cooking.
Don't go baking my heart. I love it. And with a 30, it takes you very little time. They are cooked to perfection. That's such a good roll that I will say everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Probably won't need them, but
No, but we've got them.
But you've got them.
They're permanent, right? I'm just kidding. Until they're gone.
I am
They're
not
permanent temporary hit points.
No. Just
They're
make
just
your
there.
players strong already.
They're just there till they're gone.
But see, it'd be nice because with these 5, then I'll have 160 hit points.
Wait, so when we hit level 14, should I take the tough feat?
Yes.
I cast #hurt on you.
We are one of the tankiest parties
And there's only 3 of
I've
us.
ever seen.
The thing is,
Yeah.
we have to be because we're like short
Yeah,
member.
we have to be. We don't have a dedicated healer. Yeah.
If you had a 4th or a 5th member, I would be nerfing you guys way down. But as is, I'm just gonna keep throwing heavy things at you, and it's fun when you succeed.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's my thought about it in the other campaign.
and now that they know how to make initiative rolls, how's my revenue stream looking?
Well, seeing as how they haven't had time to make any, and your other one is dried up because the guy left or retired, and there's still something going on with what's its name up here
Yeah.
With Cathnia.
with Cathnia.
Oh, we didn't charge Cathnia.
Cathnia was giving you money.
No, it was this
Oh no, it wasn't.
guy.
It wasn't her. It was the one in the other big city. That's right.
Yeah, it was
you
the
didn't
guy
have the
next to the
boxes
lake.
yet. You didn't have the boxes yet. There, it was the with her. So it was it Gadoon?
It was
No, that's the smaller town. It was
Cofford, I want to say.
Cofford. Yeah, it was the pub in Cofford
And it was owned by the halfling.
where we fought the
yep.
assassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't really fight him so much as like we kind of disabled
Where-
him and you gave
where
him a
we-
stern talking
Where
to.
Ridire gave a stern talking to the assassin.
And Ridire and Oliver melted a guy.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the thing.
After first making his tongue taste like shit.
Oh yeah.
Prestidigitation. You.
Alright, this is getting
Dungeons and
getting boring.
Dragons.
Alright, I'm bored. And acid balls him.
Oh man, the early days of the campaign.
We
2
weren't
years
exactly
ago.
murder.
I
Has
got
it-
money for it.
Yep.
So,
Has it been 2 years?
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
and next week is episode 50.
So, anyways, north to Gorko.
Yeah, north to Gorkill.
All right, y'all transform. Y'all fly your way to Gorkill. Hey, you've arrived at Gorkill.
Yay! We did it.
Yay! I touched the trees.
All right.
We can always come back.
Alright, we can come back here.
So,
Finding like an inn for the night since we got in at midnight.
the city of Gorkill
Yes.
is a interesting kind of dichotomy of big town, large city, run by the Empire, but with a very old aesthetic to it. You can definitely tell the newer additions versus some of the older areas of the city. Ooh, Gorkill. Why is it all... Is it a dark screen for you guys?
It is. Do you have
Yes.
Fog of War?
Yeah. I don't know why Fog of War is turned on.
Well, now you know how Talamh sees.
Did that work?
Yep, I see
Yes.
it now.
Okay.
The War Merchant.
Ooh, it sounds like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder what...
like I said, fairly large community. Lots of, at this time of night, when you're walking through and you arrive, heavy guard presence. Not a lot of a nightlife right now. The city is safe. You can tell that from what you remember seeing and what you had heard, Gorkil was kind of left alone from the lichens. They kind of went around it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
So it's late, there's a heavy guard presence, but you are able to find your way to an inn if you would like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And we scry on Acolyte, 'cause it's the next day and we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way to the Blushing Shrine.
The Blushing Shrine.
Yep. And there is a male human who's running the inn, and it's their standard, not a lot of people coming in and out of the town. You were met by a few guards, but you have your signets, from the Emperor to let you pass through, and you're escorted to the inn, and he gives you a room for a gold apiece, and you're able to scry on Acolyte. And it is midnight, so you scry, and you see a little girl asleep, a teenage girl asleep in a tent, kind of a makeshift, not a tent, a barn. It looks to be a barn, just out of your vision, you see, just on the side of the scry spell, you can see what looks to be an arm and some blood stains on the hay around her.
I'll end the scry early because I'm not gaining anything and it feels weird. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
So, Acolyte likes to revert to human form fairly often, or she's just doing it to gain trust.
At the very least, to be able to travel through uncontrolled lands.
Is she still wearing her cultist robes? Or has she gotten a disguised outfit?
It looked like she was wearing some traveling cloaks over her clothes. She was wrapped in a heavier cloak.
Ridire needs a cloak of billowing.
Mm.
Doing anything before the night ends?
No, we're tired from a long day of travel, especially Oliver, who's been having to fly on his own power.
And I've been trying to stay calm.
Yes.
And I'm so happy to be on solid ground that I'm exhausted and going to bed.
Yep.
All right.
And since we keep getting attacked while in pubs, I suggest we still take watch.
Alright, fine.
But Talamh, yours is last, so you can go to sleep.
Good.
Because I think we go Oliver, Ridire, Talamh. So.
Yep.
And if I get stabbed in the middle of the night again, I'm blaming you.
That's the reason I'm suggesting we do this, because last time you got stabbed, and I don't want that to happen again.
In fairness, you know where Acolyte is, roughly.
Yes, but there's other werewolves. We were also attacked in the night by another assassin previously. That was the second time something like that had happened.
Right,
the first one was just incompetent.
Yeah, like if I had a silver piece for every time we are attacked in the middle of the night, we'd have 2 silver pieces, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
We'd have 3. Remember the Oni?
Oh, that's right. God, I think this is starting to be a recurrent theme here. Maybe it's us.
No, it couldn't be us. The common denominator, it's not us. We're too likable.
All
Well,
right.
2 of us are.
Roll me a perception
don't be so
check,
hard on yourself.
Oliver.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's because he's finally taken his mask off.
yeah. By the way, when not traveling, like in the common area now, are you not wearing the mask anymore?
No. The deed has been done. I'll still do it in public just to avoid stares, but...
My friend, Bearded Weird, is watching, and he just texted me, is your character voice Deckard Cain, Bane, Sean Connery, or a combination? And I just said, yes.
Oh, I love it. All right. Then Ridire, you're up for a perception check, please.
I have advantage on perception checks. I will take my helmet off.
Okay.
15.
15. And last but not least, Talamh.
We're not outside, and the floors aren't made of stone, are they?
No, they're not. They are wood.
So no advantage.
So 15.
Okay.
Same as what I got.
The night goes off without a hitch. At one point, Oliver, you're looking out the window, scanning the, you guys are on the second floor of this inn, and you're looking, you look down, you look at the night sky, and across the, one of the moons, you think you see the silhouette of a dragon fly by. You're not sure if it's your mind playing tricks on you, or if it's what you see, but you're fairly convinced you see a silhouette of a dragon.
Dragons live on the moon.
It all makes sense!
Well, not for very much longer, they don't.
To the moon we go, boys! And girl.
Oh, boy.
You see the moon just start to spin around really, really fast and flinging all the dragons off of it.
Is there a fey tree on the moon?
Oh, no. No. I don't want to have to learn low gravity rules in D&D.
Campaign completely changes to us trying to build a rocket ship.
Oh, God.
Screw it, I support it. You guys do what you want.
Hey, Spelljammer's out soon.
Hey!
So,
All right. Dawn breaks. The dark blood red sky becomes a light blood red sky, and the day is yours. You are free to do whatever you want in Gorkill.
we know there's a library here.
That's right.
So
This is where we were originally
So if
researching.
Oliver wanted to do any more research, now would be the time. Although we've learned a lot since the last big research period, that I don't know that it's as needed.
Yeah.
But it still wouldn't hurt if there's things that you're still questioning. But I think some of what you were questioning, your mom ended up helping explain there. So
Yeah.
I want to go to find whatever teleportation circle is here and get as many codes for other circles as I can.
Okay. So that's what Ridire is off to do. Oliver?
I want that added travel
I
ability.
will go research, but specifically find any research I can find on Basu.
Okay. And then Talamh, what is your plan for the day?
I'm just gonna go hang out at the library because I can actually read now.
Okay. So, Ridire,
Yes.
you travel to the, let me see here.
I will ask for directions. Hello, could you tell me which way it is to the Teleportation Circle? Thank you, good sir. You have a wonderfully pleasant day.
All right, so you head south to a fairly large tower-shaped building called the Fantastic Comet,
Okay.
and it is a magic store.
All right.
And inside a female human dressed in the most gaudy, like, fortune teller wizard combo robes you could ever see.
Oh my gosh, it's like the dude at the place in the capital, the Water Ganassi.
Not
Very
not
ostentatious.
not like he was like, look at me, I'm so smooth and awesome.
And hers is more like, I'm mystical.
She's like, look at me, I'm magic. Ooh.
Cool.
And as you walk in, she bounds right up to you.
Whoa.
And-
Hello.
Hi! Hello! What can I do
Hello.
for you?
I am looking for if there is a local teleportation circle.
Yes! Do you have permission to use it?
I have this emblem from the king and queen.
Then that's a yes! Yay!
Yes!
Okay! Come with me!
Okay!
She just runs off.
I will follow.
She opens a door, goes down a set of steps that spiral down, and gets to another door and perfect. Okay, so ground rules. If you're gonna use this to leave, bye. If you're gonna use this to eventually come here, then excuse me. Then we have a book. You write your name in the book in the other place, the book will appear here, and we'll know you're coming, and that way we can make sure that there's not somebody on there trying to leave, and you guys all kind of end up inside of each other, and it's messy, and I don't want to clean it up anymore.
Sounds fair.
Cool!
Cool. Mostly, I don't need to use it at the moment, but I'm potentially needing to travel around, and I don't have the codes to many of the other circles, so that's what I'm looking for, so that I can use them in the future.
You're just starting out on your adventures of teleportation.
Yes, we've only used it a couple of times so far, but it's been very useful.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's so fun.
I love it. Well, okay. We have a book, and it's gonna. I know it's a little pricey. It is 10 gold per spell per location.
Okay. All right. So, what locations would I be able to get?
Okay.
How many locations are there in the book?
There are about 6.
And I already have 2.
So we're gonna go back to the continent.
Yeah, because there's the one in the capital, and I have Gadoon, which is up here.
Okay, you have Gadoon.
I have Gadoon, I have the capital, I have those codes.
All right. So.
And obviously there's one here, so I would need the one for here. Although we can use transport via plants here, it doesn't hurt to have both options.
Yep. So you also have Hastow.
Okay, that would be a good one to have, so we can get down there if need be.
You have Luga, which is down here.
Okay.
Let's see. That is Occam. You could have.
Okay.
We've been to Occam.
Yes, we have.
And up here is Theostone.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I don't have, including here where we are.
Where is
I will
3?
I will. What?
Where is
Oh, I don't know.
Cofford? Where is Cofford? There it is.
Crawford's up by the
Crawford's up
lake.
there.
Cofford.
Okay, so there's one for there as well.
Yeah.
So there's 6 that I don't have. I think even though we can transport via plants to some of those locations, I think it's best to also have the teleportation circle option because we can use either or depending,
That's true, and that way I could use a 6th level spell for other things.
Yeah,
that
for other
day.
things.
I'm also going to throw in Santeg right here.
Cool. So that's 7. Yeah. I will pay the 70 gold. Can you type all of those names up for me so that I can copy paste them into my list?
All right, so you should have
I have
Byfeld and now Gorkil.
Yep.
And then I said Hastow.
Yep, which you have written there already. Okay,
Luga.
Luga.
Santeg.
And then I need to pay 60 gold.
And you can get
Or
Cofford if
6
you want.
platinum. I do want Cofford. Alright.
And just for the sake of ease, I'm going to
There we go.
put a little purple dot.
Oh, nice. That's very useful, because then we'll know which ones we can
There you go.
teleport to. Awesome. So this one up here, I don't know where Lady Zamed's place is. I feel like she's up here, but if she's up this way, then that one could be useful to us. So, in any case, yeah, that's all I needed from here at the moment.
Okay.
And then I think I just want to... Actually, I'll rejoin them at the library, and then we can try and figure out where Lady Zamed's base or home is together. Okay. So, but that gives us, even if we don't use it, we now have all of those codes as an option to be able to get around and not waste the spell, Talamh spell slots. So it gives us a little bit more versatility to some of the regions we haven't been to yet as well. So. Okay.
Cool.
Ooh.
So,
Research time.
Meanwhile,
at the library.
Yes. All right. So you make your way to the library. It's fairly easy to find. It is part of the, kind of the, council chambers for Gorkil, and an elderly elf gentleman meets you as you enter and says, "Welcome to our archive. May I be of assistance to you?"
I'm looking for any information you may have on the dragon Basu.
Let me guess. Adventuring party wanting to make your name by slaying the big bad dragon?
Oh, we're already well on our way to making our name. We just want to know more about this guy.
Yes, well, we like to keep the peace here and not rile up the dragon that lives on our
We don't
doorstep.
have any intentions to dispatch of him, if that helps. I may have some relation.
Interesting. Unfortunately, you do need royal clearance to access that site.
Well, these do, and we show him the things that the king gave us.
He bows deeply. My apologies. We do get all sorts of riffraff trying to slay the dragon, who just end up having to have their families contacted.
It is completely understandable.
We didn't care about a silly dragon. Or at
the
least killing
funny
it.
thing about this situation is that I'm trying to contact my family. So, kind of the exact opposite of what you have to do there.
This is an unusual conversation. I will lead you to our records. And he takes you up a flight of stairs. Actually takes you up 2 flights. And you get to an area that has a big book laid out and just says, please sign in here, and any books that you take out with you will be recorded on the pages. If writing seems to be not so available, you can put a fingerprint down and we will track you that way.
Alright.
And he lets you in and takes you to a section of the records of the city. And says, the history of Gorkil is rather old and varied, and not all of it is for the general public to peruse. You may find more information here.
It is greatly appreciated.
And with that, he bows, and if you need me, I will be at the front.
Thank you.
And he leaves.
And I will try to find any information I can.
All right. Roll an investigation check.
Is this right?
Talamh, you can either, or Talamh, you can either roll a separate one, or you can roll, he can roll with advantage.
Sure, he can roll with advantage.
I forgot to turn the expertise on investigation back into just normal. There we go. We're at 25.
Wow. Yeah, so there's not a lot of information about Basu in terms of when the dragon first appeared. That seems to be further back than what you can find. But you do find conversations of the first people to kind of explore what is deemed his territory. And what you find is a couple of keywords. One of them is the Caves of Corruption. You read about the pits of acid that have been found within the mountainside. And the few people that venture in are met by red kobolds, black kobolds, and then just a few scribblings of one person that seemed to make their way through for like a 3 or 4 year time span. And they talk about making their way through this cave system, being led by a kobold, and ultimately meeting this giant red dragon. The other thing that you get is that it doesn't seem to be an extensive amount of gold. It's actually fairly... Like, you're looking at how they talk about... They have a running tally of how much they've given. And it's not a lot. It's, you know... One year it was 50 gold, and that seemed to placate it. Other years they've given 100 gold, 200. There's been a few where they gave a lot. But for the most part, it's been fairly small for what you would think a dragon holding a town hostage might require.
Is, Basu the reason that there's no, werewolves attacking this place?
It could potentially be, because it's his territory.
Oh.
I feel like we could get them to help us, but obviously that would require probably a lot of negotiating and maybe some issues with territory.
I mean, he's your father.
It is true, but he doesn't exactly seem like the most fatherly type.
How do you know? You've never met the guy.
It is true, I suppose. He is not asking for a lot of money from these people either, so maybe there is something there. I don't know. It might be worth looking into. I don't know if we want to right now or if we want to after we deal with Zamet.
Yeah, I think we should stick to our mission, and then we can talk to him on the way back.
It seems like it is more journeying into an entire realm than a quick chat. But I think that might be a good idea. Especially since we have most of what the others are. It'd be harder for them to get it if, something were to happen. It'd be harder for them to get it from a dragon than it would just to kill us outright. Take it.
Hmm? Maybe we just leave the items of Shar with him.
Not a bad idea. It could potentially actually be a bargaining chip that we could use to maybe get him on our side, that after it's all completed, that he gets everything.
I see. Now you're using your noodle.
It's a thought. I think we should talk to Ridire about it and go from there.
All right.
It is at this point that a Ridire appears with a slightly put off elf following behind him, who says, the capital did not warn me of so much company in the archives today.
It has been a little bit then since we've talked to them, and by a little bit I mean what, like 3-4 days? How long has it been? A week?
I've lost track of time.
It's been about a week, because they didn't know the exact time we were coming here. They just knew we were, but we had to take care of some other things for them first.
How long has it been since the army marched through here, Mr. Elf, sir?
It's been about a week and a day or two.
Right, well, that's about how long it's been since we were in the capital.
Yep.
Yes, they made a big show of it, marching their forces through.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to grab a random book off the shelf and stick the stone on top of it.
Okay.
Smash cut to them having finished explaining everything to Ridire. Well, I think it's a terrible idea. I am wary to try and use these items as a bargaining chip because it's entirely possible they have already struck a bargain with him.
This is
And
true.
that could be why they're leaving his lands alone, as they've agreed to leave them alone to him. And he's agreed not to interfere with them.
The two reasons I see that they have left him alone is either A, they are not strong enough to deal with him, or B, they have struck some sort of deal with him. But we don't know. We don't know the state of that.
I mean, there is the third option, that they are just evading him because they don't want to waste resources overcoming him. Because obviously, even if they think they could, he would definitely kill some of their troops. And since they were after the generals, it wasn't worth their time and effort since they didn't believe anything was here in the air. Because we know that they probably think they can conquer him.
God, could you imagine a dragon werewolf?
Oh. I feel like a dragon would probably be immune to lycanthropy, but I'm not certain on that.
We do have
In
to
any
ask
case-
ourselves the question, because there is still a little bit of confusion. Red dragon, black dragon, red and black kobolds. So is it just the one red dragon that seems to make the actual appearances, or is it two dragons under the same name using things, which would make it a little bit more reasonable as to why they would just be
Or-
trying to avoid this.
It could also have been a black dragon, and then the red dragon killed him, and just allowed people to call him by the same name to use that reputation.
I do think that's a possibility, but everything I'm finding from everywhere says black dragon.
Interesting.
Oh, red dragon, excuse me.
Yeah. It's... I'm uncertain.
Down to the one dragon statue we saw in... Where was that?
I'm not familiar with
Was
dragon
it Arkham? That dragon statue was in?
procreation and biology, so... Maybe they can pass down different lineages?
Yes,
Maybe
there was
it's
a
a-
dragon statue in Arkham that was built 100 years ago,
Yes.
and it was claimed that it would come back to life someday. There's a plaque that says it was created in 8175. For his beloved, may she rise like the red dragon. So some red dragon rising back to life someday. Whether that's a statue or That's also a red dragon.
What this really boils down to is, do we think, not that this is unimportant by any means, but do we think this is important enough to pull us away from dealing with the Sanguine Saints? Or do we continue our efforts against them?
I think we focus on Zamed immediately, but I think we have bought ourselves enough
I think
time.
if that goes smoothly and things go well in regards to taking her out of the equation, I think we will have the time to look into this, because it could play a part later on at that point.
I just want to have a big old dragon eat the birdie. Or the cardinal, whatever he is.
Yes, that would be fun.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That would make for a really good movie. Like, I can see like a green ogre, and then there is a short little man who is the king. I mean, he's trying to marry this other like princess, and she's also like, she has a curse on her. And then at the very end, a dragon just.
I feel like that would make a better children's book. That it's nothing like what you just described.
I put up my hand.
I think it would make a great musical.
I put up my hand. Oliver.
What's a movie?
It is something that doesn't. It's
Oliver,
in the
take
brain.
50 psychic damage as the fourth wall slaps you in the face. So yeah, we just need to find out where Lady Zamed lives.
North somewhere, but did we ever really figure out exactly where?
No,
Is there-
that's
we could-
the archivist. He seems like he's
Yeah.
happy to help. I'm gonna go up to him and ask him where the where are the lands of the Zamed family?
Follow me.
I thought librarians were supposed to be helpful and
He's not a
happy to
librarian,
help.
He's an archivist.
I am here to keep the book safe and to keep a record of things, not just. It's not even worth it. He takes you back up to the area of the that you've been in this time, and says, the Zamed family goes back to the days of Enoth and of... Second?
I just want to know where they live. You don't have to give me the whole history, because I know your time is valuable.
From the seat of Essiand. So, if you look through this tome right here, you will see that Zamed, Oscar Zamed, was one of the generals of Enoth, or generals of the leaders of Essiand. Now we're getting in deep into the lore. Yeah, generals of Enoth.
For a guy who's really annoyed with me taking up his time, he's really trying to stretch out the explanation that he's giving me.
If you're gonna ask, he's gonna answer.
Is the book that he handed me called the Pages of Ochre?
I don't get the reference.
Yellow Pages.
Oh, God. I want to punish that.
Oh, I get punished, but Tavern 6 doesn't? Come on. It's the same kind of jokiness.
That's true. He's got you there.
I'm moving on because I have no comeback for that. So, back over here. Pull up that.
We really do need to create like a completely humorous campaign that just has all of these like off.
Yeah, what do you think we're gonna be doing next?
Yeah.
Tavern 6 is part of the lore.
I love it.
All right. So to wrap this up, he tells you about he has no current records, but Oscar Zamed, who was one of the generals in the war, came from the city of Habrick, which you know is to be this northern little city up here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
we can
Habrick.
teleport Circle to here, and then maybe go to a party.
Hey. Time to buy some fancy clothing.
Yes, actually, that's a really good idea. Let's go clothes shopping. 80s clothes trying on montage. I'm walking on sunshine. Whoa.
Oh wait, no, that's 90s. I was gonna say I'm too sexy for my shirt.
Sexy full.
Right, said Fred.
Oh, good old right, said Fred.
I'm a model, you know what I mean? I do my little turn on the catwalk.
I think we need to get Ridire some fancy clothes. We need to get Talamh some fancy clothes. And we need to get Oliver a mask that is not a plague doctor mask, so that it won't be as immediately distinguishable as the same person.
It's that red Cthulhu mask that he's wearing on the beach.
I was thinking more like a fancy
I was thinking like a
Orlesian mask.
Death Eater type of mask, like
Maybe
very ornate, but like, you know.
It's gold.
I was thinking like what the Orlesian nobility wear in Dragon Age.
Haven't played through Dragon Age enough to know that. Why? Curse my ADD clicking.
Wear a very fancy masquerade mask.
Yeah.
The skull kind of mask that the Phantom wears in Phantom of the Opera for the Masquerade.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yes, the death mask.
Hearing this conversation, the elf tells you, if you're looking to go to a party, then you want to go to the Elegant Wolf. That's where you'll find your clothing needs.
The Elegant Wolf, huh? That
Sounds good.
tough name to have at a time like this.
Yes, they could use the patronage.
I'm just happy he didn't send us to Celebration Town.
Party City.
Party City.
God.
2! That one was better, though.
I hate that I got that one faster.
I watched you
Well, because I knew what he was doing.
I watched the recognition cross your face.
No.
And it made me very happy to watch the anger and sadness just wash over you as you realized what it was.
We could go shopping at a Bullseye.
Oh, God.
It's more upscale than the Wall Market.
Oh, God.
And with that note,
It's probably a good spot to end.
yeah, you guys get your fancy clothes, you settle in for the day to make plans, to scheme, and with that, I think we are going to leave it there because, ow.
What was my book about?
Your book was, you just picked a random book, right?
Yeah, yep. Just grabbed one off the shelf.
The history of the continent and its relation to the Feywild.
Oh, okay.
and within 30 seconds of reading it, whoever wrote it had no idea what they were talking about. Like, your Chewinga side, as you read more and more, gets progressively more offended at how much it's wrong.
Alright. I gotta jump off.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good night. And with that, we are going to wrap up. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Make sure to check out the Teespring. We have our Can I Use Athletic shirt out. That's fun.
I bought one.
And yeah, that's all I got. It's been fun jumping back into this. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who is watching it live. Thank you to all of you that watch it on Facebook after the fact. YouTube. Yeah, it's late. I'm tired. So, as always, may you roll those nat 20s, avoiding those critical fails, and have a good night.
Bye.